G'day guys, yeah, I've had an invite which is pretty cool to the beta launch, and I did it last year, so I've got a little bit of an idea how they were last year. I left myself very little time, so I just got out and jumped on every bike except for pretty much the 125, I think. So yeah, I heard that there's quite a few changes. Apparently there's lots, so that's exciting. Last year I really liked the 350 and then the 390, and the 430 seemed to break traction and just was a bit confused to me, and then the 480 was okay. It's a big trail bike and it's torquey, so I kind of like that too. But in some ways this time it's almost reverse. So I started on the 350 and thought, wow, it feels a bit quicker than last year, and I was impressed. Then I went to the 390 and I thought, I think I like this one the best. And then I jumped on the 480 and I went, wow, it's still a tractor, but great. And I was thinking, the next bike is the 430. There's so many, it's amazing. So and it's like an exercise in what actually happens when you change the piston size. I'm sure there's a few other things they do, but it's quite interesting just as a rider to just jump on one and go, okay, that's the way it generally feels. But not too sure what they've done in the engine department, but the bikes feel a bit more lively, and I like them all a lot better. I thought the biggest improvement for me is the engines. I really liked it, and I actually, I started on the 350, sort of loved that engine and everything, and I finished on the 430 and I like that the most. It just has that sort of power that whenever you go to just give it a bit more, in any sense, you just want to be smooth. It just seems to be the right size. It just seems to be the right amount of power. It's the power switch mode too, while I'm thinking of it, that seems to work quite well. Most of them have got that sort of dial, most manufacturers I think, but it's a dry condition, so I guess I just like the excitement of the engines in the mumbo mode, let's say. But yeah, the 430 was great, and they're all good. Obviously everything's right up there now. In the two-strokes, I started on the 300, and I thought, oh yeah, this is pretty much like I thought it would be. It was really nice. I liked it. Took a little bit of getting used to it. I felt that the frame, for some reason, it just felt so much more. It just felt small compared to the four-strokes. It felt lower in the rear and all that sort of stuff. It was significant, the difference for me. So anyway, it took a little bit of getting used to it because I ride a four-stroke mostly, and but the 300 was great. And then I jumped onto the 250, and that was the most exciting one for me. It just put a smile on your face. You felt like you were racing it, and it's lighter and it's just lively, and it's the things that I think we mostly like about two-strokes. So yeah, that was my pick of the two-stroke. After that I got onto four-stroke again. I think I'm still probably I guess it depends. The 300 I did notice had so much traction. I was amazed at the traction these two-strokes can get now. So that was impressive. As far as everything else, they seem to steer well. The fork was a bit harsh for me, and the rear seemed to kick a bit, but everything else, brakes, everything seemed pretty good, seemed pretty standard with what most manufacturers have as a good standard now. So it was just a bit of a ride impression. I didn't have a lot of time, but I got to ride a great track, and yeah, it was just interesting to ride them all, so had a lot of fun. It was good.